Well, Minnesota is one of the best in the nation at keeping residents from going broke paying for hospital bills. A report from Becker's Hospital Review shows our state has the lowest percentage of residents with medical debt in collections. Now, as Danny Spiewak explains, Minnesota is trying to keep it that way. Danny?
Well, Randy, Minnesota might be doing better than other states, but medical debt is still a huge problem here, with 750,000 people in collections as recently as 2018. Now there's a new state law in place here in Minnesota to steer patients away from debt and toward programs known as charity care. To keep their tax breaks, nonprofit hospitals in Minnesota are required to offer financial assistance programs called charity care.
To essentially pay the bills, healthcare bills of these patients who can't otherwise afford it.
But DFL State Senator Liz Bolden says some patients who qualified for charity care were not getting it.
We're being taken to court or taken to collections for not being able to pay these bills, when in fact they would have qualified for the hospital's own charity care programs. They just didn't know about it.
That's why Bolden sponsored a bill last session requiring hospitals to screen patients for charity care or government assistance eligibility before they rack up medical debt. The law took effect in November.
This bill doesn't change the qualifications. It just gives patients information of that they qualify for these programs.
The law has support from Attorney General Keith Ellison, who has investigated Allina and Mayo Clinic in recent years for issues related to medical debt.
The new charity care screening law in Minnesota really requires hospitals to take a more proactive role.
Nick McLaughlin leads Breeze Health, a company that works with hospitals on their charity care programs. Are you aware of any other states that have screening policies like this?
It's not completely unique.
McLaughlin says the Minnesota law is most similar to those in Illinois, Colorado, Oregon, and Washington State.
I'm really bullish that the impact of more proactive financial assistance screening is going to put a meaningful dent in the medical debt burden.
The new law also requires hospitals in Minnesota to help patients apply for that charity care if they're found to be eligible. Hospitals are not allowed to refer patients to collections or enroll them in any payment plan while those applications are still pending. Lauren.
All right, Danny, thank you.